If you feel like the Etsy algorithm absolutely hates you, you might actually be right. However, one of the simple fixes might just be your titles and tags, your Etsy SEO. So I compiled the cracked Etsy SEO guide for you so you'll never guess again. What's up, everybody? Dave here. Welcome back to another video. Before we get started, check the description for helpful links. Also, check out the AddToCartSEO app. It helps you do everything that I'm going to cover in this video today. It does it all for you if you simply feed it an Etsy URL or a title. Let's jump into it. So, the ultimate cracked Etsy SEO guide. What we're going to do is talk about keyword research. We're going to talk about search volume. We're going to talk about adjectives and nouns, tag strategy, and some of the most important questions that is going to prevent your titles from becoming absolute slop to the algorithm that it doesn't even care about. So, why is this going to work for you? This is a systematic approach to your titles and tags. It's an exact breakdown of the structure and contents of a data-rich Etsy title and tag set. Plus, it's going to spread your reach across Etsy for maximum sales. This works because I've tested it over 8 years on Etsy, over 8 years of coaching, and thousands of sellers helped to 6 figures and beyond. I know what works, and I want to share this with you. You definitely want to give the algorithm as much as possible high demand keywords, because you don't want to repeat too many keywords and you don't want to give too much filler. So this works for literally everybody. Let's get into it. First step I want you to do is gather 2-word keyword phrases. So start compiling as many 2-word keyword phrases as possible in a document, anywhere. Just 2-word phrases that are high search volume and relevant to your product. You can use any tool for this. My tool finds it for you. If you use a different tool, that's fine, but you just start by compiling 2-word phrases, adjective, nouns. Has to be high search volume, has to be high engagement. I've talked about this before, but competition is not as important. It is important if you want to do a low-hanging fruit, angle, but in all reality, every low-hanging fruit 2-word phrase or any low-hanging fruit niche out there, it's going to be high competition in the matter of 6 months to 12 months. Everybody's on Etsy. Everybody's looking for them. So you can find them quickly and jump on them quickly, sure, but that shouldn't be your only strategy. All of the money-making niches, all of the money-making keywords that you're going to have to compete for will have high competition metrics in any tool that you're using. So keep that in mind. You don't want to be afraid of high competition phrases. So broad and specific. You will sift through them and do more with them later, so bear with me. We're starting with a big list of 2-word keyword phrases. The most important part is just gathering this list. We're going to be coming back to this list frequently, so record it somewhere. As time goes on, you will know and remember all of these words anyway. You'll learn your niche. You're going to have this in the back of your mind at some point anyway, but it's good to keep track. So, 2 words only. We're not building the title yet. Just focus on the 2 words. In the search volume, you want to make sure it's green, then red if it's high competition. Of course, we already covered that. This is what I really want you to change your thinking on. SEO is not some magic, witchcraft, crazy, whispering to the algorithm, if you will. It is simply adjectives and nouns. I know that it's not very revelatory, but a lot of people need to ground their thinking right now. It's an adjective and it's a noun, and it's a string of adjectives and nouns. Adjectives are your bread and butter. They're descriptive words. It qualifies your niche in front of the right customer. Nouns are not as special. Adjectives are what you really, really, really need to find more of, obviously. Typically, there's only 3 nouns that describe your product anyway. It's 2 different descriptive ones. For example, pendant, necklace, or 3, jewelry, and then what comes after that always? It's gift. So there's anywhere from 3 to 4 nouns that can describe your product at any given moment. Decor, if is another one. Gift, decor, things like that. But those aren't as important as the adjectives like natural, minimalist, boho. Things like that. Those are what actually put it in front of the right customer. There's a million t-shirts out there. What type of t-shirt are you talking about? Is it a hippie t-shirt, or is it a office humor t-shirt? There's so many descriptive words out there. That is actually what is opening up new possibilities for you. Nouns root your listing into what the product actually is. It tells the algorithm what the product actually is, but the adjective helps put it in front of the right people, right person that actually wants to buy that. So the important question that you always want to ask yourself is, if my product ranked page number 1, slot 1 for this keyword phrase, would the person typing it in actually buy it? All right. If the answer is not a resounding yes, do not put it in there. Obviously, you need to skirt the border of broad and too broad a little bit in some cases if you're trying to go that experimental route. But if the answer isn't a resounding yes, oftentimes that word doesn't belong there. I've seen the biggest example I can think of is people just smashing boho onto absolutely everything. It's not as common anymore, but a few years back, people absolutely went bonkers over using the word boho and bohemian on things that it had no business being on. So that's why this question came up so many times with my students, or with essentially just my students. That's where it came from, is this question right here. I had to type this question out 1,000 times to different people because I was seeing words that didn't apply. So always ask yourself that question. So we're going to use the formula here using our 2-word phrase bank that we created. All right. So baseline structure for the best efficiency. This is going to give you the most reach and not waste your space and be repetitive. You don't want to be repetitive. Adjective, adjective, noun, comma, adjective, 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 noun, comma, adjective, adjective, noun, or, whatever type of variance between that you want. But you don't want to waste space or be repetitive by having, adjective, noun, comma, adjective, noun, comma. And that's how you start to repeat nouns and waste space and time. So here's an example: handmade, natural, wooden necklace. There's 3 adjectives there before the root noun, comma, boho statement, festival jewelry. Again, 3 adjectives, comma, walnut wood pendant. End of phrase. There's 2 adjectives, then a noun. Each word completely unique and not repeated. This creates a rich SEO environment for the algorithm to take place. You qualify for prime spots this way. This is how you reach a good mix of people without being repetitive, and with how the algorithm is moving now, you don't want to piss it off and you don't want to give it just slop. Number 1 on this formula that I've created is every word is unique. No word should repeat in your title. It's obviously okay if you repeat once or twice, but just try not to do that. Years past, repetition meant ranking, actually. So I have to specify this. No word should repeat in your title. Each unique word unlocks a new search combo for the algorithm, because the algorithm mixes and matches throughout this entire thing. So repetition wastes coverage. 80 to 120 characters. Etsy allows for 140. Try to stay on the shorter side. If you want to experiment, that's great. You should. I'm seeing 80 to 120 is what's great, but definitely experiment. Etsy's asking for 14 words or lower as well, so keep that in mind. They might start turning up the dial on the strength of that desire for the algorithm. In years past, we've seen their recommendations mean absolutely nothing when it comes to SEO. But lately, I've been seeing it actually kind of play out. You don't want to go hyper short. That hurts as well. You don't want to use their tool to fix all your titles and tags either. That's going to ruin your store. But moving forward from here, experiment with some shorter titles. On my tool, AddToCartSEO, the link is in the description. You can have it make you a 14-word max title with this formula, and doing everything. It does all the research for you, saves you literally hours of your life with research and everything. So number 3, use your compiled phrases. Don't invent from scratch. Pull directly from your research list. Every phrase in the title should be backed by real search data. So that's where a lot of the hours go into, is searching for new keywords. If you don't want to search for new keywords, if you don't want to waste hours of your life, simply use my tool. It's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So how to structure your 13 tags. After we created our title, now we have to create our tags. So repetition here is inevitable. You will be repeating the nouns somewhat. That's totally okay. Here's the example title. So handmade natural wooden necklace, boho statement, festival jewelry, walnut wood pendant. Here are the tags: handmade necklace, natural necklace, wooden necklace. So you're matching up each one of these together. Boho jewelry, statement jewelry, festival jewelry. That's the second phrase. Walnut pendant, wood pendant. Then after that, you're going to fill in the rest because that was only a certain amount of tags. Now we need to fill up your tags with 4 to 5 supplemental tags, whatever, to hit that 13. So that's where you can really experiment and try even broader things, whatever you're going for. There's always different angles that you can choose when it comes to your titles and tags. You can keep it very exact, you can keep it very experimental, but don't just try everything all at once in one set of title and tags. You're going to end up reaching nobody. So in the future, if you notice any of your supplemental tags bringing in a lot of traffic in the stats, make a duplicate listing and put those phrases in the title and tags. You'd be surprised how many times this happens with your best sellers. You'll notice go to your stats right now for one of your best sellers. Look at the keyword data that brought in the most traffic from search phrases. You'll find that some of them are likely things that are in the tags only, not in the title. So on a duplicate, you put those in the title and the tags because you know the algorithm likes you for those and you know that people like you for those. So the full system at a glance: you gather 2-word phrases, you build the title, you fill all 13 tags, and you watch and you iterate. In the future, you look at your supplemental tags, see if those brought in any traffic, and you go from there. So remember, adjective, noun, remember all those different things. Remember how this kind of stretches you rather than gives the algorithm a bunch of stuff that it doesn't care about, okay? Don't put conversational language in your title, like multiple colors available or ships fast. Don't put that in your title. It does not belong in your title. Etsy has built-in things to tell the buyer where it's coming from, how fast it ships for, all that stuff. Don't put conversational language in your title. Build it like this, or just simply use the tool in my description. It'll do it all for you, do all your research for you, and it also, on another side of my tool, calculates your Etsy ads for you to tell you if you're actually profiting. And I guarantee you, you might be shocked at some of your numbers. If you would like a free 10-minute call with me to discuss mentorship, I'll go into your store, I'll tell you what is working, I'll tell you how to grow things, I'll help you fix things. Let me know. It's in the description. You can book a free 10-minute call. In the meantime, I hope you have a beautiful day.